me know say they choose Jamaica because Jamaica the best way to go. And shower the best way to go. And the best Prime Minister Jamaica ever had is the Honorable Dr. Andrew Shower.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Powerful. I just want to, before I answer the other question, or before the other person come up, I just want to acknowledge that your MP, the Honorable Audley has joined us, and as you know, he's doing his farewell tour, so I'm sure he wants to say a word to you as he looks to demit office later this month. Mr. Shaw?
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's good to be here this evening. And I am pleased to be offering you Audrey Marks as my replacement. Audrey Marks has been an outstanding member of the Jamaican team. She has held about 8 businesses, and she has been ambassador to the United States for almost 10 years. Yes, sir. What the ambassador has done is enough to allow her to take over from me, A Yaad. And it becomes A Yaad. And my twin sister, she named Audrey, and me name Audrey. Audley and Audley. And Audley.
Perfect fit.
So, I want to say to you, because of her 7, 8 years, 8 companies, and her ambassadorship to Washington, I want you to welcome her with open arms to the next position of Parliament, Member of Parliament for North East Manchester.
Thank you, Mr. Shaw. You know, he's served 33 years as your Member of Parliament, and I just want to say thank you for your national service, not just in the constituency, but as Minister of Finance, Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries, and the mine at the time, or transport. You know, but you have served as both nationally and at the constituency level on an outstanding basis. And I'm glad that you are here for the persons, for your constituents to just express their appreciation. Let's give Mr. Shaw a round of applause. Thank you for your service and thank you for your support. He's a most gracious Member of Parliament. I want to answer the question or just to comment on what was mentioned by Mr. Jones, reworkers. You know, when I came, that was the first thing that was brought to my attention, that our worker base has become a little bit dormant. And so the first month that I was here, all my focus was on making sure that we revitalize our worker corps. And that is why at the end of June, we had an award ceremony to recognize the workers. I found that many workers from here in Contrivance was not in that list, and we are going to have a second ceremony later this month when the Prime Minister visits to ensure that all the workers from Contrivance are also recognized. Beyond that, we are now putting a system, it started this week, because as I mentioned earlier, I realized that, you know, some social infrastructure has not been in place for the constituents of North East Manchester, but starting with the workers, I'm asking all workers to come into the office to get your ID. You take your picture and get your ID, because I'm putting in place for you, for all workers who do not have a health insurance, to get a health insurance. It broke my heart when I see so many persons who had worked for many years, for all their lives, for the Jamaica Labour Party, and when they are no longer able to work, they were having difficulty getting medical assistance. So that must be a thing of the past. We will continue to show our appreciation for all the persons who give so much to the party, to Jamaica Labour Party. We will also be changing up the system, because a big part of, you know, I didn't mention this, but my current portfolio is that I am a senator and I'm a Minister of Efficiency and Digital Transformation. So it's very important for me to continue what I started with Paymaster, but from a public perspective, to ensure that we have wider financial inclusion among all our people. So for the workers, start with the workers, you will also be getting a debit card to start allowing you to have more financial inclusion in the system.
That's good. That's good.
And many more to come, because basically what I'm saying, as somebody who would not have been able to succeed in business if I didn't have good workers, it's the same way I'm looking at you as workers for the Jamaica Labour Party. All the benefits that you get if I was running a business, I want to make sure that you get as members of the Jamaica Labour Party. Jamaica Labour Party workforce. So more to come, but Mr. Jones, I just want to say that I value workers and I know the importance of workers to any victory that we can pull out. It is going to be up to the workers, up to the supervisors, the PD captains, and indoor agents, outdoor agents, and importantly, the drivers and runners. So you're appreciated, and I look forward, I depend on you to take me home when the Prime Minister calls at me. As you know, this Sunday there will be a mass meeting in Harper Tree, and we expect the election to be called. So the time is 9. And so I look forward to your continued support. Now I think, were you looking to, young lady here, were you looking to say something you want to mic? No? Yeah. Come up and speak if you wish. Anyone else want to say something? Suggestions, ideas?
Ask questions.
Ask questions?
Ask questions.
I can sit here and ask?
Yes.
Stand up. I have a problem as a farmer with our crops. When the crops come in, sometimes the price is high. And we have the things. And then afterwards, they say that we don't have enough. So they start to import.
Yeah.
And then the price go back.
Yeah.
What can we do?
So that is, and I experienced that as a farmer too. I used to do banana farming. And that's one of the first things that I started to address when I came here. First, the reopening, we broke ground last week to reopen the cold storage facility to ensure that there is a facility that will help farmers to not have a situation of over-harvesting and suffering from price fluctuations because there's no facility there for storage. The second thing that I'm working on, and the Minister of Tourism, Mr. Ed Bartlett, will be here soon. I think next week or the week after, we are doing a linkages meeting. Because I'm working a program where we need to work with the farmers and assisting where we can consistently supply our hotels. And when I engage with them, what they have said is that the supply is too inconsistent. So we have done some research and we realize that as farmers, you need some support to ensure that you can do consistent supply to hotels or to other places, because the problem that you're experiencing is that sometimes if you have over-harvest or you have a good harvest, the prices drop or the demand is not there. So we are establishing a system where supply can be stable and your demand can be stable at a price that makes sense. So it is that linkages program is to establish that, and we are working on that right now. And so Minister Bartlett is one of the persons that will come, and there will be other persons who will be here also to speak on how we are establishing that program. Yes, go ahead.
My suggestion is about the creek was by the Walderstan division. Which one? A creek. When they moved on to Christian, everybody has to come here to the Christian and farm and support. So we would love to have that in Walderstan.
Yes, yeah. So I just found out about that about 2 weeks ago. There are some funds for rehabilitation of the health centers. And I noticed that there was none in Walderstan, no allocation to Walderstan, and that's when I found out about the clinic being closed. So I've already started engagement with the Ministry of Health for us to look at opening the health center here in Walderstan. So it's on my list of to-dos. And this is not a one-off meeting. I want you to hear what I'm saying. So, hello. I want you to hear what I'm saying. This is not a one-off meeting. I expect that with your support, if I become your member of parliament, I am supposed to, when I become member of parliament, thank you, let's speak it into being. When I become member of parliament, I intend for us to continue regular interactions.
Yes.
And so for you to hold me accountable to the things that we discuss, that I say I'm going to do. So for sure, the health center is going to be one of them. Working on a community center, just a while ago when I was up at that road, steep road, I saw, I was looking at an area and wondering if there is potential for a community center on a piece of land that I saw there, but I was told no, that would not be suitable. So I'm going to be asking the community leaders to identify somewhere here that we could have probably the community center established. That's very big in my agenda. But it's something that I'm working on. I don't have timelines because I just found out 2 weeks ago and started to work on it, but it's going to be on my agenda. So you can discuss it among yourself. Is there a Contrivance Citizens Association? No? You know, Mr. Jones, you should start that, you know. Yes, because you need advocates to, to plan community things and then come and let me know how I can support. Yeah. So I want to encourage you to form your community citizens association, and there's a lot of support within the government system to help you establish an association and give you resources. So it's very important that you do it and you get resources for community activities. We also want to encourage you to have a youth club in Contrivance, and there are resources also to support youth clubs. Mr. Makulski, you are at SDC. You want to say a bit about that? He's the chairman of the Social Development Commission or Corporation. Commission.
All right, thank you. So, as it relates to community groups, community clubs, SDC is responsible for forming community groups, community clubs across the country. And so what I'll do, if it is that persons are genuinely interested in being a part of such a group, I will arrange for the manager to have a meeting here in the community and walk you through the process, and of course assign officers to work with the community to form that group, and then that group in turn will be able to mobilize the community and get them actively involved in not only community-based initiatives but also national-based initiatives. It's a very good thing for you to be a part of. It exposes you as an individual. It brings new opportunities into your space, right? So it's a win-win situation, and I want to encourage you to embrace the SDC. What I'll do is ask the manager, I'll instruct her to have a meeting in the community, probably as early as next week, and then we'll take it from there as it relates to formation of the club. All right, so I'll WhatsApp her now as I sit back and ask her to arrange for a meeting here next week to meet.
And Mr. Jones has volunteered to be the point person. So, any other question, concerns, suggestions? Oh, come beside me. Isn't this lovely? We have a young man about to speak. So we want to set up the field properly, so by managing the water or the water flow. Thank you for that suggestion. Engagement from our youth. Yes. So you want to make sure, again, SDC, this is the football field area here, how we can support it. SDF, so by the Sports Development Foundation. All right, I will take that suggestion and work on it. Yes.
We let some street light from Walderstan come down because there's no light here.
Street
Very
lights?
dark, yes.
Okay.
No light at all is not here.
From the park.
From Walderstan come down.
Okay, from Walderstan, Maine. Okay, all right. Make a note of street lights. Yes, sir. Huh? Farming roads? Yes, I spoke about that earlier. We have approval now for six spark roads, but then as we realize going around that there are more farm roads that are in need of repair. So 2 weeks ago, you may have heard that I invited the Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, Minister Green, to come down, and we did a tour, and he has promised us a number of farm roads. So what I will ask you to please communicate to the office any roads in your community that you want us to put as a focus. The Ministry of Agriculture has committed to do a number of farm roads in northeast Manchester. So I'd like to know which roads you'd like to prioritize. Which farm roads? Ricky, we need to get some information from you which farm roads we should prioritize. The other thing I must tell you, out of that meeting and the occasion of Minister Green coming here, as I told you before, we did a groundbreaking for the cold storage, the cold storage facility. We also agreed to reopen a RADA office that was closed in Christiana, so we'll now have the RADA office reopened within the next 3 months or so. We are working on it. We are now starting to also look at the old AMC building to have it reopened, and that work is now ongoing. So we are looking at concrete ways to support the agricultural sector here in northeast Manchester. Because as I was told earlier, this really should have been the place that is called the breadbasket of Jamaica, not anywhere else. And what I found also is that you have some of the best yams in the world, not just in Trelawney, but right here in northeast Manchester. So that's an industry that actually is ripe for development. The other area of development that I will focus on, I'm not speaking about as much these days because I realize that we have to take care of the fundamentals first. When I first came here and I saw the beauty of northeast Manchester, all your hills and valleys, and I hike a lot. I love hiking. Hiking is a billion-dollar industry all over the world. This place is a natural destination for hiking. But with hiking, if you're going to become a destination, you have to have infrastructure so that the hotels can go up and other services can be given for visitors coming in. But seeing that we have a situation where there are water issues and road issues, my first priority is going to be on getting the water situation fixed, the roads fixed, the electricity fixed, so that when we invite investors to come in to invest in building hotels and other facilities, the infrastructure is in place to manage that. So I have big plans, but right now I'm starting with the things that are immediately in front of us. We also, another area of expansion for this constituency is, believe it or not, you take it for granted, but you have the most wonderful climate for healing. It's cool here in the hills of northeast Manchester, and you have great food. And so about 2 weeks ago I was approached actually by a company that has started to look at setting up a medical center in Kingston, and the person in charge was not getting back quick responses from the University Hospital where they were looking at lands, and they called me for some assistance. And I told them that, there's a better place for you to set up that facility. Because there's a place where 4 parishes meet in central Jamaica. And if you put a facility here, it will be much more successful than going in Kingston. So, and what was good about that business is that it's an association with a well-known hospital in the United States. Therefore, persons that they are targeting to come and use the facility can use their insurance here. When you can use your insurance at your U.S. insurance facility in Jamaica, that's a flood, that's a big market. So they wanted 5 acres. So we started to look right away for 5 acres. And I'm very pleased that Councillor Miller from over Craighead, the chairman at the Person Junior Hospital, was able to locate at the Person Junior Hospital is on 23 acres. So when we invited them to come and look, they could immediately find 5 acres, and they have now gone back with intention to come and start doing the feasibility studies to establish their medical center right here in northeast Manchester. So, as I said, long-term plans, but my short-term plans are to get infrastructure fixed, get support for the workers, get support services for all the constituents of this Northeast Manchester, so we can build a foundation to offer more services to others. So, any more questions, concerns? Come.
But I want the business school. Yeah. Even up at the church, I want to finish.
Alright, so the basic school. You don't have a basic school currently in Contrivance? Huh?
Basic school.
But you know, it doesn't hurt for us to support. It's called public-private sector partnership for us to support building a second basic school here if there's a need. So we will explore it. But I get it. We don't have the population for it. All right. So that suggestion, I leave the Citizens Association to come back to me on. Is there the need for expansion of basic school services? All right, any other suggestions, ideas, anything else you want to discuss with me tonight?
I tell the children come here to out there, that would be good.
You know, we're coming with school buses. You must have heard about that. So we're coming with school buses for the main areas. But you know, I grew up in a little community like this. And I walked several miles to school. It never hurt me, no. It cannot.
In those days, because it was good, but now...
You sure you won't want our children to be too soft? All right. If there's a need for transport for our children and we need to subsidize, I expect that to come through the Citizens Association. Yeah? All right. So listen, this is an immediate thing, you know. Mr. McCoy is sending the people from SDC next week. So I wanted to start the whole thing so that by September, you have an association that can do advocacy on your behalf to get resources into Contrivance.
I will hear that whole and then the people them would make a payment back or like so for that part.
You want to know more about the social housing? Yes.
Light.
Oh, the rural electrification program. Yes. Yes, there's a program, and nothing is going on here in Contrivance with that program. Or we definitely can get the Contrivance added and get it going here as soon as possible. We are doing that in other communities, so we'll add Contrivance, yes. That is why it is so important to have these meetings, because I can make plans, but unless I hear from you what is your need, you know, that's a high priority need. That and some of the farm roads that I need to know about, yes. Anything else? Any other ideas, suggestions? Yes, I heard about that. Yeah, the lights, yes. Thank you. And yes, and the roads, yes. I love this young man. He's going to be a future leader now. Where are you going to school now? Christiana High? All right. And what grade are you now? 7th grade. So you definitely, who's parent? Where is parent? Where's your grandmother? Right there? Make sure I want you to come and talk with me about a scholarship for this young man, because we have to take him straight through to university. Like your advocate. Yeah man, straight through. All right. Go ahead. Got the call? Support your own election time.